Instead of bitching about her, show us something to make us want to come back. And we did go back. We also happened to be in Indianapolis to see Purdue and Notre Dame football game on a Saturday, and we came in on Thursday. We also happened to say, oh, look, I wonder if the Indiana Fever are playing at home. And I spent a little less money than I did here. It might have been $600. I don't remember. But we bought tickets there. It wasn't in our original plans. And on Friday, this is how amazing this was. I'm a huge sports guy, obviously. I saw on Friday people walking around, before the game, walking around at 1 o'clock in the afternoon with Caitlin Clark jerseys on, either from Indiana or Iowa even her Iowa jersey. Everywhere, walking around. The game wasn't till fucking 7 o'clock or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
And I see, dude, you don't see that. What other city have you ever gone to? And on game day, middle of the day, the game's at night, you see people walking around for a women's team of any type, of anything.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
You've never seen it.
Ever.
Ever.
The closest I think we'll ever get is like, when the Olympics come around. That's like the most excitement that I personally witnessed. Never like a singular game like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing. Yeah. And that was probably women's, where you used to see women's jerseys and stuff. It would have been the women's soccer team.
Oh, for sure.
When you had like Mia Hamm.
Yeah.
And them.
Yeah, even later on, Hope Solo, Megan Rapinoe, as much as we don't like her, yeah.
Yeah, not as much Rapinoe. Rapinoe's never got to the same spot as Mia Hamm.
Yeah.
Ever close.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm just saying, this is phenomenal. This is like, holy cow. And that was a sellout, dude. Like a legit sellout. At like 17,000, 18,000 again.
Are they at the Pacers Stadium? Do they share that with them as well? Okay, that's what I figured.
And they're filling it, dude.
Yeah.
And there were games that first season. We're talking, 2 seasons ago. There were games where they were supposed to play opposing teams in certain arenas, but those arenas would max out at 10,000 people, and they moved the game.
Yep.
Only to play the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
They moved the game so they could sell more tickets, and they did.
Yep.
They did. Name another player. I don't give a shit if people like this or not, but name another fucking WNBA player that has had that ability to do that. But they're mad at us. They're mad at us because we must be racist because we didn't come along to pay attention to the WNBA until a white girl came along.
I mean, I don't see it that way, but
What else could it be?
Well, no, I'm saying like I see it that way. Like I agree with you, but I don't see
I don't think we're this must be that hidden racism that they talk about.
Yeah.
That systemic racism or whatever.
Yeah.
It must be some bullshit like that. That's what it must be.
Yeah.
Because that was not it. She just played an exciting game.
Yeah.
We watched a repeat of a game last night, and boom, because things were overlapping during the day, and we were behind in the game, so which was actually cool. I like being about 30 or 40 minutes behind in a game, so I can zip through all the commercials and just watch the game.
Yeah,
and it's awesome. So we were doing that, but she hit a logo 3. I mean, she was so far fucking back, dude. And it's just like, boom. And the passing. And that's what that Serbian player was doing for us. That she's dribbling like Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
How you see him dribble this way. You see him dribble this way. You see an occasional move between the legs. Caitlin Clark is consistently and constantly dribbling behind her back, between her legs to make moves. That's what this Serbian player is. Now, I don't know if this Serbian player is going to be as good as Caitlin Clark, but I'm telling you, what I saw initially, I saw something really good. And guess what else I'm watching? I'm watching our own team react to her success.
And they're not getting excited, huh? That's how it always is with that. They never want to be excited for the white girl.
I'm just saying it. I get that kind of feeling. Look, I am specifically looking at this. I'm specifically observing this on purpose to see that when she's hot, that now they did get the ball to her, but it seems like sometimes maybe they didn't want to get the ball to her. But dude, she put up 27 points.
That's when you're starting to shoot yourself in the foot, though. Like you're actively working against yourself when you do shit like that. Like this doesn't work if everybody is pitting themselves against each other for one reason or another. Everybody's got to be on the same page because, yes, like we said, they've gotten that TV deal. That's great. But that's not the end of this. Like there's more potential. Like you can make more. You can market yourself better. Like there's so much opportunity that this can bring. But all you're doing is you're bringing negativity to yourself.
I'm telling you, they're making a huge mistake. The next home game is tomorrow. And if not that home game, it needs to be the next one. But I'm going to be watching the next 2 home games. Do you have any Nokic T-shirts yet?
Probably. Or are you asking me?
No, I'm just saying. Do you? Like,
in
my mind,
yeah, okay,
in my mind, if you didn't already start that process and getting that shit, you're missing money.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with
as an
Nokic.
ownership. Yeah,
that's a good T-shirt.
Yo-yo is a good T-shirt, motherfucker.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm in for one. Because you traded. Like I have a Copper shirt, I have a Thomas shirt, and I had a Sabali shirt, and a Dana Taurasi shirt.
Yeah.
So I got 4 fucking shirts.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I have one. I have one uniform, and that was Sabali, and now she's gone. She's in New York. But would I get a yo-yo shirt? Fuck yeah, I would.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
But tomorrow's game, I'm probably going to wear
Caitlin Clark jersey.
I got a shirt.
A shirt.
And I got a hat. I'll probably wear my hat tomorrow, not the shirt. I'd wear the shirt if we were playing them, just because I want somebody to say something to me.
Yeah.
Almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand.
Because to me, that stuff is just bullshit. It's just bullshit.
Well, they try to, what people are going to do is they're going to meet you with the exact opposite side of this argument, is the racism of white versus black in the NBA or whatever it may be. But that's not, it's a race thing, but it's not really, that shouldn't be the center point of this. Like, do you want to fucking make money, like more money than you are now? Yeah. Like, that has to be the ultimate bottom line. Like, why can't you swallow your pride and be like, okay, you know what? I've been in the league for 10 years. It's grown, but it didn't really do shit until Caitlin Clark got here. It could be worse. You could be making less money. Like, you just have to swallow your pride on this and just be like, you know what? She's really helping out this league. How can I leverage this for myself or my team?
Exactly.
Like, I don't understand why it's all about, like, it's me, but not in the way that we just discussed. It's me as in, like, me and no Caitlin Clark whatsoever. They don't want that at all. And you just can't have it like that. That's just not how this shit works.
I don't know if they don't want to, now the WNBA, we don't want to show that we're favoring her. Why the fuck not?
Why not? Like, that's not favoritism. That's marketing. That's just basic They teach you that in fucking high school marketing classes. You market, like, do you ever think the Oklahoma City Thunder or the NBA, if they have an opportunity to put SGA up on the billboards, up on the LED screens, do you think they're like, nah, we're going to put Lou Dort up there? Lou Dort's a great player, great defensive player. I like the way he plays. But he's not the reason why people are there.
No.
They're there for SGA. They're there for Chet. They're there for Jalen Williams. They're not there for those people. And it's like, it's not a slight on anybody else because one person is on a billboard. This is a business at the end of the day. It doesn't matter. They could be the worst player on the team, but if they're the most marketable, they're going to be up there.
They should be up there.
That's just how the fuck this works.
If you don't do that, you're stupid.
Yeah, and now it's purely operating off of emotion, clearly. Because why else would you be blocking yourself from more potential earnings? It's emotion I'm jealous because it wasn't me that did it.
The money that they're all getting now, was a significant jump.
Mhm.
Okay, it wasn't a little jump.
Yeah.
It was a significant jump. And don't you want to show your new TV partner that just put up, is it $7 billion?
So I don't know the exact amount, but
It
was
might
it
have
three,
been
three,
7
$3 billion or something like
I
that?
don't know.
Billions of dollars, regardless.
Right. It was a significant jump to where, salaries can be over $1 million now for
Mhm.
certain players. That wasn't a thing before.
Yep.
Right. So, and even your lowest paid players are getting paid much, much more now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you want to show your partner that they made a good decision and that you want to see the numbers that they were counting on actually not stay the same, but even grow, to see more growth? And because, again, it hurt a little last year without having Caitlin Clark there, but she was still around,
Yeah.
and people let it slide, and they already had tickets purchased in advance. But now she's back, and people want to see, how does she bounce back?
Yeah.
What's this season? Doing, and already with her game the other night. How about this? They had to change her stats from a couple games ago and give her 2 assists that she didn't, that were clearly assists that they didn't give her.
I hate
They
that.
had to change that. And by doing that, that also gave her a record of like the person having the most 30 and 10 game, like 30 points and 10 assists.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Having the most. And she hasn't played a full 2 seasons yet.
Yeah.
And she has that record. You see
She's,
what I mean?
she's broken the triple doubles record already. Like that's the type of stuff is that it's jealousy, because when they see her in the headlines 24/7, it's jealousy along with the fact that she's white. And I said this from the rookie, from her first year, when it was just so blatant that they were hard fouling her, like dirty fouling her.
Yeah.
And it's very obvious that one, she had the skill to back up what the WNBA was marketing, but B, it's because she's white and she was the one to help grow this sport more than past, whether
It doesn't
it's black
matter.
or like whoever it is.
It just doesn't matter.
It shouldn't matter at all.
You can cry about it or say people should have, but they didn't.
Yeah.
People have choices. Now, I knew about one player, or I knew 2. And one I knew simply because she was in the news because she got arrested in Russia.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how I was introduced to Griner. And she's a great big person. You know what I mean? Like she's got good game. Dude.
You're gonna have to beat the hell out of me to get me to compliment her in any way, shape, or form. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to put a gun to my head.
I even defended her when she got arrested. I even defended
You are
her.
a better man than I am, sir, because I was like, I know it's an American thing, but I was like, you get
whatever you say,
deserves.
because it is a thing. Because I just I don't want to see any American be held anywhere. I just don't.
I understand.
Regardless of what
100%.
other shit they say, I just don't, and I want them home, and I'm glad that happened, and that's where I'm different, and I totally see the other side and point of view of the people that fuck her, the flag. But I will say this too. We didn't get out there. We were in the little club area before the game, and we didn't make it out to the floor in time for the national anthem. So we got to see the national anthem on the screen in the club area, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know who was on the floor. I know who wasn't on the floor, though. I know the Phoenix Mercury weren't on the floor. And I know the very first game that they played, who was that? The Aces.
The Aces? Yeah.
The Aces. The Aces team, now they didn't stand there with their hands over their heart or anything. They were on their side of the court in front of the basket, and they were huddled up. And they stayed together in that huddle during the national anthem. They didn't run off the floor. Our girls sprinted. Phoenix Mercury players sprinted off the floor.
I mean, I do have an issue with that. I have a major problem with that.
to be off the floor when the national anthem started, and then that the national anthem wasn't over 3 seconds before they're coming back on the floor.
So it's like it's a very conscious decision.
But
that you can see it.
See, it's mostly through. I watch this all the time. I'm going to tell you that's the most common thing overall in the WNBA, that most teams are doing that.
We could go on.
This is a country that just allowed you to go from making $100,000 a year to $500,000 a year, and the people that were making $300,000 to $500,000 a year to make over $1 million a year now.
That's the issue. Like we could probably have 2 whole episodes talking about the issue of why that's a problem, why we hate that.
Oh, I absolutely hate it.
And it's the same. I mean, it's the same reasons that you just pointed out.
And I'm going to call it out. And like I said, this is the kind of stuff that I talk about that would keep me from building a relationship with the team, even though I want to support the team and, in a positive way too. And I do. I do that. But I'm also going to call this bullshit out that if you want to understand, that yes, you've had some growth, but these other little things, you know what else it was the other night? AAPI night.
I don't know what the hell that is.
I don't know. Can you find that for us, Leo? The Phoenix Mercury had AAPI night.
Oh, was it like that?
It's like Asian
Pacific Islanders thing. Yeah,
something like
okay.
that.
Now I just didn't know.
But I want to see exactly what it stood for. The AAPI night, and I'll tell you this: they didn't do anything special for it.
They just said it was a night.
That's all I saw. I mean, we weren't out there really at halftime. Asian American and Pacific Islander
Heritage Month. But the thing is, if you're gonna advertise, at least have a T-shirt, a bobblehead, like.
Oh, they did have a T-shirt.
Oh, I was gonna say features
that you could buy.
Yeah. No,
that's not how that you could buy. Dude.
That's not how that works. Like, if you're gonna promote a specific night, it's the first X amount of people that get there that get the T-shirt. Like, this isn't a fucking secret. Like, MLB does it, NBA, NFL, bobbleheads, jerseys, like. They do crossovers, like the leagues will do crossovers with each other. Like,
so what about Asians? Why are the Asians left out?
I don't know.
Because you have Asian Americans that this is a part of. I'd be pissed if I was Asian and I was here.
Are there a lot of like foreign, like Asian born players in the WNBA? Is that, I really don't know the numbers on that.
A number of Asian players?
Like that weren't born in America, but.
Or players in general,
like Asian players in the WNBA.
Let me just say, they do have a good share, a good number, and they are bringing talent over from overseas and bringing foreign players.
Okay.
Now, are they Pacific Islanders? I don't know. There might be one. You know what I'm saying?
It's not your job to figure that out, though.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, it was why. I know that people, you can make fun of me all you want, but I'm so sick of this shit. I want straight white guy night. I don't even want a fucking month.
Yeah, just one night.
Just give me one night of straight white guy.
Nope, because you'd have protests.
And you know what? You hand out hats.
Yeah.
Like you said, we'd hand out hats, and hats cost a little more, so make it a decent hat, all right? and then do fewer. Do it for 5,000.
Yeah.
And they have to be trucker hats.
Yeah. Yep.
Straight white guy night. We're handing out trucker hats.
I'd be first in line. I wouldn't give it, because think about it. That's not done anywhere at all. So it's like, if you held that at a WNBA game, I'm willing to bet there'd be a lot of straight white dudes that are like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's see what this is about.
I'm just sick of it. I don't care about celebrating other people. I don't have an issue with that. I do have an issue that every group gets celebrated but us.
Yeah, I know.
We're the devil.
I talk about it all the time. I'm
sick of it.
It's ridiculous. Like the old saying, was it, don't curse me for the sins of my father, or something like that?
Yeah.
Or something like that. It's in the same like, I understand, like, we conquered, like, I get it. But like, that's just how life was back in the day. Like, that's how you fucking survived. That's how you expanded. Like that's how you got more money is by going other places and finding new resources and things that are valuable,
or taking them
and
in
taking
war,
them,
killing them,
in
and
war.
taking their shit.
But that's the thing. Every group, every race, it doesn't matter whether it's in that land, whether it was global, they've all fought and battled each other, and oftentimes more brutally than what they try to paint us for doing as well. Like Native Americans,
There's no difference.
the way that they fought each other, if you read stories about it, it's horrendous. It's horrifying what they used to do to each other.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah, there's no difference.
It's just human nature. Like war
Right.
is just, it's in animals. Animals have their own wars. It's just this is life. This is how it goes.
Yeah, they wanted the land.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
So this land is better for grazing. This land has more buffalo for me to
Yeah.
feed my people.
Yep.
We're taking it from you.
Yep. And that people just, it's all, I won't get too far off track, but that's just my biggest issue nowadays with that is trying to somehow trying to be like revisionist history, but also not ignoring the past when it's good to paint negatively on somebody else. If you understand what I'm saying.
I understand.
It just irks the hell out of me because it's having your cake and eating it too type of thing. And I don't like that shit.
Well, I'm going to keep people updated, and I'm going to continue to talk about this Yo-Yo Nokic situation and see how it develops.
Hell, I might give me a shirt just to represent.
Because I really want to see. Because last year, that's one of the things this team was able to do is this team really gelled together, and they had their bench played phenomenally the first half of the year when they were missing, several players, including a big, probably as big as Alyssa Thomas is. Copper is kind of the queen, so to speak. She's the last one announced.
Yeah.
When
He's
you're
already,
going, yeah. But look, I was there. I was there cheering for Alyssa Thomas and making the case for her at the end of the season for her to be the MVP of the league.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought that it really wasn't until the finals and we got swept in the finals that I was like, all right, yeah, Asia's the MVP.
Yeah.
And they announced it before that, but that was like, that's head straight up matchups. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're seeing it heads up. So, yeah, I was there supporting her, and I don't, none of my support for any of the players is based on the color of their motherfucking skin.
Are you winning us games?
My number one player I rooted for was a big girl last year, that came off the bench, and she didn't get to play much the second half of the year, but I would cheer for her and for her to be put in more often.
Yeah.
And, it's just not based on that.
No. Well, I think one thing that the one simple fact that they might overlook, and this kind of just popped up in my head in the last few minutes, but you're talking about how the WNBA, in order to grow, they need more people like you and I.
Yeah.
But when you have these antics with running off the court during the national anthem and constantly talking down the flag, the same people that enjoy sports the way that you and I do, we also are proud to be American. We're proud of our flag. We're proud of our country.
Yeah.
So I don't give a shit how good the WNBA could be a great product, but it's not. It hasn't been around long enough for somebody like me to just overlook all the stuff that they do. The sideshow stuff. It's not enough. Now the NFL had their problems with it. The NBA had their problems with it, but they have the leverage. They have the product already.
They were already way more established.
And that's what was the only reason why they're able to weather that storm. You don't have that luxury. You're making more money now, but you're still in net deficit in the eyes of the NBA. They're still towing you along. The load's gotten a little bit lighter, but they're still towing you along. You can't sit here and try to call your shots, but then turn around and do all this bullshit with the flag and like running off during the national anthem, having players that are just so openly against the country itself, like very outspoken about it. Like what happened with Colin Kaepernick? He got fucking blasted out the league. He started that shit, never got his way back in.
Right.
You know why? Because it was bad for business. Very bad for business. And that's why they're almost $1 trillion organization. That's just why. Like I've said it multiple times, the template is there. Just fucking follow what these other big time organizations are doing, and slowly but surely you will get there.
Yeah, I don't disagree with any of that. This just was, and like I said, I like the person that sits behind us. I just really was surprised, and you know, and just her tone, the anger in her tone was just like
Different.
yeah.
Like, you could like
It was like the people have that are liberal anti-MAGA.
I would say
That's
with
what
Trump.
the tone was with Trump.
Yeah.
It was that kind of.
We've
a
heard
thing.
that term before. We recognize it.
I recognize it very,
public.
very much. And sticking with a little bit of this, I saw this popped up. This is crazy. I don't know if you pronounce her name still Destiny, or would you say Destiny? See, I would normally say Destiny because of how it's spelled, but it might still be Destiny.
I'm with you.
And then are they going to get mad at me when I say Destiny?
They shouldn't.
And it's Destiny.
They shouldn't get mad.
How the fuck am I supposed to know?
I'm the same way. I would pronounce it Destiny, but I have a feeling that it is also pronounced Destiny. But I'm sure we'll see here.
Well, she was the first woman. She only had a couple races in ARCA and somehow got a ride in the truck series. And so NASCAR truck series. So she's not the highest level of NASCAR, but it is NASCAR.
It's got the NASCAR name on it.
I like the NASCAR trucks.
I like NASCAR in general. That's one of my I would say all right, let me put it this way. A friend of mine, we had this conversation the other day, and he's like, I hate NASCAR. And I was like, honestly, I fucking love NASCAR. Just to see like all those motherfuckers going as fast as they can. He's like, oh, well, they're just turning left. I was like, that's what you look at when you're just watching a 2-second clip or something. If you watch it and you see how the teams communicate and what the spotters are doing, how they're telling them, there's a lot more than just driving real fast and turning left real fast. Like, no, that's not how it is. Like, there's strategy behind it. These guys work with each other. They try to leverage positioning and like the drafts from the car to try and get positioning. Like, it's not easy. And I don't know. Maybe it's just I look at it. I understand that aspect of it. So like that's why it's more interesting. But I fucking love NASCAR for that reason. I think it's exciting, in my opinion.
I always grew up with racing, especially dirt racing. And so I've always had an affinity to it. Now, I was never big on the Indy or the F1 cars. The Indianapolis 500, but not the there's actually a lot of other Indy racers besides that one.
Yeah.
But nobody ever really talks about it.
Yeah.
And F1 is almost like soccer. Like it's big everywhere else, but not as big here. And they're trying to expand it here. And I got hooked in just by watching the series on Netflix, watching the years and the teams and all that goes into it. And I'm all in.
Well, I feel like in order to